Okay, hello everyone, welcome back to another full-time podcast video. Arsenal have signed Ricardo Calafiori for €50 million, that's the full package. I think that this is a very wise signing. There's a lot of questions about their centre-back pairing. They've probably already got one of the best centre-back pairings in Europe with Saliba and Gabriel. They're such an amazing pairing. You're probably thinking, well, why are they getting more defenders? Because they've got enough that it would look like. But is this maybe could be like a long-term replacement for Gabriel, because Gabriel is turning 28. He's turning 28 next year, and they could be sort of doing that for a Gabriel replacement in the long term. But also, could he be going with a sort of Pep Guardiola style, where it's how they won the Champions League against Inter Milan? They went with a back four of all centre-backs. They could be doing that sort of thing with Saliba, White, Gabriel and obviously Calafiori. That would be a very hard defence to beat. Obviously, we saw Man City do it in that season where they won the treble. It worked for them, so can it work for Arsenal? Surely. I mean, they've spent a lot more money than Manchester City as well, and it gives them options to switch to three at the back. And we haven't forgot about obviously Timber, and if Timber is at 100% fitness, maybe he will play over Calafiori, but there is still doubts, and when it comes to next season they do need a solid player for if Timber isn't at 100% fitness, and if Timber gets any other injuries during the season. Calafiori, with his injury rate, he's not like known as a very player that, you know, avoids injuries. He's known as an injury prone player, but he only missed 3 days from injury last season through the whole season. So there are good signs. Maybe he's sort of an on and off player with injuries, but I guess we'll see what will happen with that throughout the season. With this signing, that's probably meaning that they're going to sell Kivior from the team, and that gives them 7 really, really strong defensive options. They've got Calafiori now, Gabriel, Saliba, White, Tomiyasu, Timber and Zinchenko. That is a very, very good defence for rotation, because Arsenal want to go and challenge for everything now, which they should be doing with the team they've got and the signings that they're making. With that, they're going to have a lot of games coming thick and fast at them, so they're going to need a lot of rotation, and they're going to need to rotate the team without being too cautious about whether they're going to win games or not. And with the players they've got that they're able to rotate with, then that is just, you're not going to have really any doubts about whether one team is going to be significantly stronger than another when they're rotating between games. And their squad depth now is just getting better and better. Over the past 2 seasons, the biggest thing that we were talking about on here, that everyone as well was talking about with them not being able to win the league and getting over the line, was their squad depth. We thought maybe they would have just sort of cracked the code last season, but they couldn't. We've seen it with injuries and what happened. This really, really helps them, because even if they do get injuries, they'll just swap and it won't be hindering their quality one bit. If Timber comes back as well, then that's another amazing option they have in defence. And they're not getting Calafiori just to have him as a bench player and a replacement. They are going to fit him in the team somewhere, so they could be going to a full back four of centre-backs, which we saw Man City do. And I think this could be one of the signings of the summer. Don't hold me on it. I think Euro will be a brilliant player for Manchester United, but this could really be a very good signing, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do at Arsenal. I think he'll do some brilliant things, and I think Arsenal maybe could have been blinded by those couple of really good games he had at the Euros, but I don't think they are, because he's had a very good season. As we said, with injuries, he's only had 3 days out during the whole season. So this, I reckon this will be a very good signing. I think it's a very smart signing from Mikel Arteta. It will fit into his team perfectly, and look up for the future of Ricardo Calafiori at Arsenal, because this, I think, is going to be very good. And thank you for watching. Please get into the comments of what you think of this signing. Do you think it's worth 50 million? Do you think his Euros performances really did this? Do you think Arsenal are just blinded by what he did at the Euros and a couple of good highlights from him? Or do you think the same as me, in that this is going to be a very good signing and that you are excited for it? Get in the comments for that, and thanks for watching. Goodbye.